In this video, I'm going to be explaining what a teleprinter is, or I'm going to be trying to explain. A teleprinter, teletypewriter, teletype, or TTY, is an electromechanical device that can be used to send and receive messages through various communication channels in both point-to-point and point-to-multipoint configurations. Initially, they were used in telegraphy, which developed in the late 1830s and 1840s as the first use of electrical engineering. So, what does this have to do with Linux? So teletypes. You remember the old Morse code, right? So that was invented before this, right? And so people wanted a way to send messages over long distances without having to do the right? So they invented these things, these teleprinters, right? They would type the message into, they would type the message into the keyboard, and it would send the message over these very long wires, right? So that was way back in the day. That was in the early 19th century. Then, in the very earliest days of computers, they needed a way to communicate with the computer, to send messages into the computer. Computers didn't used to be tiny little things. Computers used to be these massive, fragile, very expensive machines that were about the size of a garage, right? And we needed a way to communicate our message into the computer, and we needed a way to also get a message out of the computer, right? So the very earliest ways we were actually communicating with a computer was something like this. I'm going to show you this video. So just like that, people would enter in a message on the teleprinter, and then the computer would compute their message, and then it would pump out this message using a literal typewriter. So that's what a teleprinter was, and it was one of the very earliest forms of communication to an actual computer. So the reason I'm bringing this up is actually the teleprinter was the basis for what became a physical terminal, which is what we're going to be talking about in the next couple of videos. So the teleprinter is an important piece of Linux history because the teleprinter kind of helped us, create the physical terminal and the physical terminal to other things. And so I'm explaining what the teleprinter is and how and mentioning it because it's an important piece of Linux history as far as the context of what's coming after this. And that's my little video for today. If you guys like these videos, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and help the channel out. Appreciate you.